Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. It's episode 139, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about because a lot of things came out in the past couple of weeks. That were either news or new movies or cartoons or whatever. Um, before we get into that though, how are you guys past couple of weeks?
Should I go
Good.
first?
Huh?
I've been rewatching Adventure Time.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. And I know I've watched it a few times now, but it still surprises me where I'm like, I forgot how deep this show was. Like, it wasn't even like it became a deep. It like had some, even early on, had some like pretty existential undertones.
Yeah.
Like the episode where Jake's like, "Oh, someday I'll die and I'll be in the universe," and Finn's like, "Dude, don't, no."
Yeah, he's like, you're gonna make me cry, man.
Yeah, right. Make me cry, man. I love that. I also like the episode I watched today. Because like Jake with his sandwich, it was the one where like a Magic Man took his sandwich away, and it's like that ruined Jake's day. Where he's like, "I'm never gonna make another sandwich again." He tried to make one. It was just a piece of lettuce like on a bread. He's like, "Ah, fuck it."
Yeah, he's like, ah. Yeah, I know. I was watching some of season 1 with Hero because he's starting to watch it.
It's good.
Yeah.
The slow reveal that like, wait, have you seen it before, Hero?
I've only seen 9 episodes of season 1 so far, so.
Yeah. He's like really early on then.
It's good.
Well, what else you been up to though?
Working on videos, lots of podcasts. Among Us yesterday was fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun with you, me, and Jax. I wonder if Gabe would enjoy it, or if Gabe's not a good enough liar.
Yeah, because you have to lie like really
He's too
well.
Sincere. He's too sincere. Trying to think. That's really it. Hang out with Laura. That's really it.
Yeah. Hero, what about you?
You want to guess?
Is it work?
I mean, oh my god, I'm working right now. It's just work, man. It's insane. Oh my god.
I think you're the first one of us to get the vaccine though.
Yeah, I did do that. Yeah, over the weekend I went to go get a vaccine.
Yeah, I checked that website you gave me, and now they have new places on there, and it's only one now.
Yeah, there's new one. Yep.
Yeah. And I checked some places in the counties that are surrounding me. But the one for the county that I live in, they said, "Oh, we don't have any times for the next month." So.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that one in I forgot what the name of the place is. It sounds rural, but like that one.
Oh, Warrenton.
I mean, yeah, Warrenton. Yeah, it still has some, so you could.
Yeah, I'll check it out tonight after the podcast. See if I maybe can because that's where my mom used to live, was up around there.
Okay.
So.
How do you feel after your shot, Hero?
Tired.
It just makes you feel tired, then?
Definitely, yeah, I'm definitely tired. That's a thing.
Okay.
Which is extra why work is bothering me right now.
Gotcha. Valid.
What about you, Jax? What you been doing?
Just work. Same old. I actually got a shot on Sunday because my cousin hooked me up. So she was like, "Oh yeah, you can go get one here." I'm going apparently to Six Flags of all places to get it. Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, but Sunday I'm getting it. So I'm just like, okay, but I'm listening. All my clients, a lot of my clients have gotten it too, and they've said like, "Oh yeah, like the first one, they made my arm hurt and I felt tired, so I couldn't do the workout." I was like, "Okay," and then the second one, I felt like really shitty for like 16 hours of the day, and then like I got better midday, so I was like prepping for that. So yeah, I'm just getting a bunch of work done, so I don't have to like work like Hero is when tired. So yeah.
Okay, so both of you have had the first shot.
No, I haven't had it yet.
You're getting it this Sunday then.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Exactly. Sunday.
Yeah, you get to go to Six Flags, but you can't ride anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that hurts.
Yeah, just walk around in the freaking thing. That's so weird.
So I guess we can go ahead and go on to some of the topics before we go into before Saber gets back. Some of the things that he hasn't seen yet. But before we do, if you want to ask questions, you can either use Super Chat or ask us on our Twitter handles. We already have quite a few Super Chats. I know that Edman said that he wanted to put in a few. So we'll answer those at the second half of the show. But to begin, let's start about talking about some of the review stuff. Some of the things we might not talk about because I don't think if any of us saw them. Like the Pacific Rim anime that came out. I don't know if you watched that.
No, I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah.
I didn't have time. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. And then Coming to America, that was on Amazon Prime. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't want to watch it because I heard like a bunch of mixed stuff about it. Like I heard like it wasn't as good or like some stuff, and I was just like, I really loved the first movie, so I was just like, if it's gonna taint my image of the first movie, I was just like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not gonna watch it.
All right. So besides that, let's talk about Paramount Plus because that came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has that only just come out? I thought that's been out.
Technically it has because it was CBS All Access, which was the service that it was previously. They rebranded into Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
It's Viacom's streaming service.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But they added a bunch of like their Nickelodeon stuff from MTV and Comedy Central.
My mortal enemies.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtle motherfuckers. I'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that on there they have like the 2003 Turtles, but not the other Turtles.
Yeah. I know, it's funny. No, because it's so funny. Like all the other Turtles, like, because like there's this whole thing. Like 2003 is the only one that was by a different studio. Because like before Nickelodeon bought TMNT, they were like, oh yeah, we don't have that one. We can show it on all the stuff, but we can't like premiere, like we can't like have these turtle voices in our show or pretend these turtles exist in our series like the 80s one. It's so stupid. So it's just like, hopefully in the future that gets worked out. But yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
but it's good. That's a good show. People watch the first 5 seasons, then stop.
Then stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Then quit it.
Yes, I'm serious. It is such a colossal drop that you do not need them.
Yeah. So the service is really weird because Jax, I don't know if how like experienced you are with like looking through streaming service. I mean, you watch stuff all the time as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, like on Paramount, I think I literally, just because I have the finances saved away for it, I think I have every streaming service that's out, like, you know.
And I got their like promotional thing for like a year for like $30.
Yeah.
So I was
exactly.
like, well, if I'm gonna like watch the cartoons that are gonna premiere on there, I might as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was. I mean, all I watched on it was Kamp Koral, and we'll talk about that when Saber gets back. But like, yeah, it's just I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird how it was like on Amazon when I was watching it or some shit. I was just like,
what?
Wait, not. Well, wait, no, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking of Amazon. I'm thinking no. What the fuck is that? What am I thinking of? Okay, because what the fuck am I thinking of? My brain just did a glitch on me right now because I remember I specifically
because I know the first episode of Kamp Koral was on YouTube. Oh,
I didn't watch that on you. I watched like it all on Paramount. I watched like the first 5 episodes on Paramount Plus, and then I like stopped watching. So I haven't watched anything else because I've just been super busy on it. But yeah, like I mean, I think as a streaming service, I have to see what it looks like when it comes to like when I can watch it on like the PS5, like streaming on the PS5.
Yeah, because I don't think it's on consoles yet. It's not. It's weird because like it's one of the only streaming services that premiered that doesn't have a Samsung app, so you can't watch it on Samsung TVs.
Yeah, stupid. That's silly. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's got a lot of interesting stuff. Like, there's a bunch of stuff I saw. I was like, ooh, I'll save that for later. But then it wasn't like anything.
Because I watched a few movies on it. Like I watched Zodiac and The Elephant Man.
Oh, nice.
But that's all I watched was like Kamp Koral and a few movies that I haven't seen.
Right.
Because I looked through some of the other things where I mentioned in the video I did about it that they have behind the music episodes on there, but there's only 2 right now. There's only 2 behind the music episodes.
That's dumb.
Yeah, and I think it was like Madonna and somebody else.
Yeah. See, stuff like that gets you excited because it's like, oh, I haven't seen this in freaking years.
And there's like only 2 episodes. Like what the?
2 episodes from like season 4 or some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and then
show me season 1.
And then they have the MTV Unplugged stuff, and they only have like 8 like concerts of that, which is a lot more than the behind the music, but still.
Yeah, it's still annoying. It's just like I want to see what I paid for. Like if I'm paying for a streaming service, give me all of this on the get go. Like it's annoying.
Yeah, so it has all the Star Trek stuff, but not all the Star Trek movies. Like all the shows, but not all the movies, because all the movies are scattered around the streaming services right now.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Just make a stream.
And also, I was wondering, it was like, wait, where's the Transformers stuff? Because like Paramount owns Transformers, doesn't it?
Yeah, they should. So it's just like, what the?
Because it's really strange because there's a couple of movies from Nickelodeon that are coming out on Netflix. The Rise of the TMNT movie and the Loud House movie are coming to Netflix. And then all the Hasbro stuff, like the Pony Show and the movie, are coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
And then the Transformers show, I think, is also coming to Netflix, and the G.I. Joe thing. So I'm very confused about like what Paramount owns and what they want on each service.
Yeah. That pretty much that.
No, it might just because of I guess some of the contracts they signed before with Netflix. It was like, okay, we're gonna have these cartoons and these Nickelodeon shows or movies on Netflix. And that's before they decided they wanted to like beef up their streaming service by making it Paramount Plus.
It makes sense, but it's still stupid.
Yeah, I will say that as far as like the new streaming services that came out, this one is by far the least impressive, and as far as like its layout.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and also I guess the variety of stuff, because there's like Nickelodeon stuff and the MTV and Comedy Central stuff, but I was way more impressed with HBO Max with the stuff that has on there.
Yeah,
because the HBO Max has like a ton of the Cartoon Network stuff, a lot of classic Looney Tunes. It has a bunch of Criterion movies, like old classic movies, which a lot of streaming services don't have. As well, it has like a bunch of the Godzilla films on HBO Max too.
Yeah, it's freaking great. Awesome.
So, like HBO Max definitely has like the value there for what they're charging. Paramount Plus is like one of the, I guess, the lesser services right now, even though it is one of the cheaper ones.
Exactly.
And now the Saber's back. I guess we can talk about Kamp Koral because we watched that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode, and that was it.
You haven't watched any more?
No, I haven't had a chance to get around to it yet. I need to. I mean, didn't you say it was just kind of meh though?
Yeah.
Like
the thing is, like, I'm wondering what you're gonna say in your video because I still need to edit it now because like, the first episode is a very bad impression, of the rest of the episodes.
I'll agree with that.
You know what? Maybe we should scrap the quick vid. I should rewatch it quickly tomorrow.
Yeah, because like
there's 5 episodes.
Yeah, there's only like 5 episodes left, and they're
Or just watch maybe 4.
Maybe I should scrap the quick vid and rewatch it quickly. He says.
It's 2 hours, man. 2 hours. I've used it for laying in bed. Precious time.
But yeah, that first episode is it doesn't work because the first episode is a full 22 minutes, where the rest of the episodes are 11 minutes each, like a normal SpongeBob episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they don't have as much prepared as I thought they would.
Yeah, because the rest of the episodes are like split into two, where it's like because there's technically I guess 11 episodes, that they have on the service right now.
Yeah,
it's just split into 6 because the first one is 22 minutes.
Yeah, because and also like it's humor. Like I feel like the first episode kind of gave me when I was watching it. I didn't know if it was one of those. Like what it was trying to do with its humor initially, like if it was like trying to be like a Nick Jr. like overly kiddie show with like some stuff, because like some Nick Jr. shows and like kiddie shows are just savage. So I was just like, okay, are you trying to do that? But then like later on, it was like, okay, no, that is clearly an adult thing. Like with the whole Mr. Krabs and the, I don't want to spoil it for Sayer if he gives a fuck, but that whole thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That whole thing, that was interesting. And then they did that whole thing when like Ep4 with Sandy. I thought that actually made me go, you know what? I will give you props there, SpongeBob. Like I thought you weren't gonna talk about that, but you talked about that. So yeah, there you go. I'll give you a little prop there, even if like the show was just meh. Show was very like just meh. Like there are some parts I was just like I did that noise through nose thing, that. Yeah, that thing. Like that was it. But yeah, just man,
it's just worth the.
Yeah, I was fair too. I gave it 5 episodes. Episodes. I was just like, yeah, done. Well, technically, I gave it not 5. Like, how many episodes were there? 6? Yeah, 9. So yeah, there you go. 9 episodes. Shit, there you go.
All right, so I guess this our impressions on Paramount Plus and Kamp Koral. Next, let's talk about Raya, because that is the big movie that came out in the past couple of weeks. Let's talk about it without spoilers first, and then we might go into spoilers.
When they killed Raya and shot her with an
AK-47,
when the rocket came in. She was like, "Bitch, why are you wearing my clothes?" And then they like got in a massive bending fight, and it was fucking hype as shit.
And then Mushu and the dragon from Wish Dragon double teamed her. And it's
and fucking Jake showed up, and it's like, Jake, what the fuck, man? But he was in his like long dragon form, not season 1 American Drake Dragon, because they changed it.
and then it turns out the Smaug from The Hobbit shows up, and he's like, "That's my daughter. What the fuck are y'all doing?" Like,
and then it was actually Discord the entire time because he's long too, and it was just fucking crazy. I liked it. That's all I was saying. I mean, like, it was a fun, enjoyable movie to me. It wasn't anything I was like, oh my god, this is fucking mind blowing. It was just like, I had a good time.
I rewatched it.
Same.
And I didn't like it once a second time. I had to be real. Without going into spoilers. I still like it. I like the design of the dragon. She's cute.
Yeah, but I love Sisu. Anybody who doesn't like Sisu is my enemy.
You can't even say her name right.
Alright, what are you even on about? Like,
I feel like I got right. You listen. I say loves out of principle now just to fuck with people. I apparently showed up on the Owl House subreddit, and they're like, "Fuck this guy, fuck him." And now I'm like, Loz. I will go to an Owl House convention panel with the voice actor. I'd be like, "What's it like voicing Luz?"
Oh god!
At this point, I'm like, I want to see them.
Oh, you're trying to get canceled now, Dan. I see you.
Right. For Raya.
They asked me to suspend my disbelief a little too much, and like on the rewatch, I was just like, I can't do this. Like, it was a little much.
So, I'm not the greatest at explaining stuff. It takes me some time to really think things through, and I'm just not good at finding words. But I can trust my gut. And my gut just wasn't in it with this. I really applaud them for trying to do something different. I like fantasy, like action. I think it's cool that they did some Southeast Asian culture stuff. Though allegedly they didn't do it justice. I don't know.
It's weird because like I'm getting comments on my review of like people are saying it's disrespectful, and people are just like, "What do you mean? It's fine." And like I'm seeing like so many people on the others different sides of the argument of like whether it's like representative or not, and I'm so confused.
I'm confused too. I don't know what's accurate
because I'm seeing like people people who are Thai saying like, "Oh no, this is great," and then people from other Southeast Asian countries saying, "No, this is terrible."
I don't know, but the story itself, it just it was missing. It was missing some
time to flesh itself out.
I really wish it was longer.
Yeah, I wish TC was a longer dragging too. No, honestly, it's a lot. They packed a lot in. I felt like we couldn't spend enough time to really like marinate in certain like cities and towns and people and cultures. The side characters, like the kid was fine, little baby was fine. The big guy, I'm like, he was kind of he was just there. But
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, just I don't know. There was a certain magic, a certain oomph that was missing where I'm like, it seems like you all know what you need to make a story with characters and a plot, but there's a magic to make me go, yeah, I'm here for it. That's something was missing.
You said the kid was fine, and I had no problems with the big guy either. On the rewatch, I had actually hella problems with that baby. I was like, this is too much. It's too much. There's too much of the plot that depends on that baby for me to suspend my disbelief that much that baby can do that much. I was like, come on, dog. I know it's like a fantasy movie or whatever, but I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I got Boss Baby vibes from it too.
Boss Baby? No, I wouldn't go that far.
No, like just the baby itself running around doing crazy shit. Not like on a like story level. Alec Baldwin wasn't voicing the dragon. Thank God.
How dare you?
No, but I think I probably like the movie better than you guys, but I still agree a lot with the criticisms. Because it's weird because like I've also heard it compared to like Guardians of the Galaxy and as far as like the team up with the different characters. But the thing is, Guardians of the Galaxy was a much longer movie. And it actually had a lot more time to flesh out those characters. And really, I just think it's the time. And there's this fear in mainstream animation to make long animated movies, and they just don't, because they're afraid that they can't hold your attention. But you can, and they just don't do it.
What do you think it's more expensive?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be more expensive. But it's Disney. They have the money.
But did they want to spend
the money? It's Disney. Like,
I like Raya.
Because Disney also did Guardians.
So, did anybody else, when you were watching the film, did you guys wonder for the briefest of moments, wonder if these girls might end up being together?
I did wonder that. Yeah.
Does Disney have the goddamn balls to do it on a cinematic level? And I'm like, with two main characters in Asia? No, they don't.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, I don't know. I only have my hetero lens, as Jack says, but like I didn't catch that at all. No.
It's so funny how Disney's like, we're for LGBT, rights. And
it's funny because like I first watched the movie with Jax, and Jax like made a joke where like Raya was looking at Namari. And like, and Jack said, they looked at each other. They're meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know how Pico freaking shippers are. Well, because you remember like when fucking Elsa and Frozen 2 stand next to that one woman, like, oh my God, they're in love. It's like they literally just stood next to each other.
And people are doing that with the Luca trailer right now. With the trailer to Luca with those two boys. Yeah.
Oh, it's so silly.
They're like, they better make those boys gay. It's like, what we don't know anything about this movie yet.
So dumb. Like, again, like I'm all for like, representation done right, stuff like that, but it's just like it would just be ridiculous in that regard, not in like
ridiculous about two gay boys explain.
I'm glad try and cancel me. I'll always come back.
Oh,
So anyway,
yeah. Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, exactly. But that's weird.
No, I hear you. It's interesting how the pendulum swings, and it's like
watch the countdown to the end of the day.
I look forward to seeing. Luca looks cute though. Like it looks like a really cute movie. I only saw like a few seconds of a teaser trailer. And I'm like, I'm sold. I'm done. Don't show me anymore. I want to be surprised. And
don't worry, they'll tell you what half the movie's about.
No, but Raya, I give credit to Disney for at least doing something new. I just ultimately felt like it felt hollow to me, where it was like checkboxes in certain ways, like the Disney checkbox of like, here's our formula of how to make a good movie, and it's like, okay, it's all there. The dead parent, the threat, it's actually a little split off box where it's like the threat or the antagonist villain. Like, we got Jafar or it's a force of nature. But all in all, I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. It just felt average. To
me, it was like, what the fuck? That Hirasashi Littlest Pet Shop show he showed me. It was just like, I'm enjoying this for that. If I like just sit around and watch it, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that thing. It's not like, oh my god, mind-blowingly great. It's just that was something I enjoyed.
That was something.
Yeah, I will watch a show if they make a show of it though, because I think it's going to fit a lot better in that format. With because they it's like they created too much. They need to explore it more.
Right. Exactly.
So, any closing thoughts on Raya before we move on?
Fight scenes were hype.
They were cool.
Choreography was great. Was great.
Oh yeah, Aqua. Yeah, I didn't even talk about her. I don't know Aquafina very much, like at all. But she opened her mouth, and I was like, oh my god, I love the dragon. Just immediately. Yeah. Such a sucker for raspy voices. What am I doing with my life?
Did you think that like the towns felt small?
Yes, absolutely.
It felt like I was running around a bunch of non-capital cities in Warcraft. Or I was hitting up like some of the cities in Breath of the Wild. I know it sounds ridiculous, but for a world that is very into like world building, I felt like we weren't really able to capture like the magnitude of these towns and cities where like Spine's village is empty because of stuff. I get it. But even then I'm like, welcome to the capital city of like Fang or whatever.
And it was like a house, like it sort of felt like
it felt small. All like small.
Even when they were like showing it on the map, they're like it's guarded by like water on all sides, and they showed it in like the 2D view or whatever, and I like zoomed in on it. I was like, that is one fortress. It's not.
Yeah, it felt small. It felt small. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
All right. Next thing, I guess only me and Jackson talk about it though. WandaVision, the finale.
I'm gonna walk away for a bit while you do that.
All right.
We get them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll tag you. So WandaVision. Here, I'm gonna put up a spoiler tag for anybody who has not seen the finale for WandaVision. I haven't watched the making of yet though. I'll probably watch that sometime this week before Falcon and Winter Soldier starts. So yeah, WandaVision. If you want, if you haven't seen it, mute the stream. I will remove the spoiler tag under us when we're done talking. So the finale. What's weird about this is that I saw so many people like hyping up WandaVision, saying like, "Oh, this show is great," and then as soon as the finale happened, it was like, "Oh, it's not that great."
Oh no, that happens all the time. That literally happens all the time. Like there are some people who do that literally with any show, like because like they have their whole thing built up in their head of like what they're imagining it to be, and then that thing does not happen exactly how they imagine it. Oh well, it wasn't that great. Yeah, it was okay. It's just like, okay, it just didn't end away for you. Like, I think the show like did good, got better. Some stuff in the ending, I was like, oh, I wish they would have spent more time on that. And the whole thing and how I think her suit is badass. Her fucking Scarlet Witch suit.
Yeah, I love the outfit.
It looks fucking awesome. The whole thing with Vision, like, meaning White Vision. So that's good for Paul Bettany because he can always come back as like White Vision now since, they have the same memory.
Toonjay said like the reaction of Game of Thrones or Starverse. This is like, no, it's nowhere near as bad as those two.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Like, those two are actually legitimately bad. Like this is actually like decent. Like hell, like fucking people were upset about the My Little Pony finale.
Yeah. People were upset about the Pony finale. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like what are you fucking talking about? It's just it's silly. Like people will just complain about anything because it's the internet and they got a whole thing to say it too. But yeah, I thought it was decent. I thought like the previous episode was a bit better because like WandaVision was getting that thing where it was like building up each episode and then like the second to last episode I was like, oh, this is fucking great. And then like the ending was good. I will say that ending was good. I enjoyed it, but I feel like I kind of wanted to see a bit like more in that ending and stuff like that. Like, White Vision left a bit fast or
White Vision just kind of like it was like, oh, you have a point. I'm gonna leave now.
I have a point. I'm gonna leave now when freaking they need Paul Bettany again. That's when I'll be back. Bye. Until but besides that, it was a fun show. Highly recommend. That was a series finale, right? It's not like a season.
Yeah, it's a series finale. Like, cause like with what they're doing with these MCU series, they're not like the Netflix series or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where there's like multiple seasons. These are more like limited series that they're doing.
Okay, good. That's good in that regard. So when we see
basically it's just like a very long movie that is part of the MCU.
Exactly. And I don't feel bad. Those motherfuckers when they go to see Doctor Strange and Wanda, it's like, oh, when did you get that suit? When did that happen? Like, the fucking show, dumbass. All right, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And then like Winter Soldier. Do you know if the Falcon and Winter Soldier show is an hour? Because that's only 6 episodes.
I do not know. It might just be as long as they want it to be. Because that's kind of what they did with WandaVision. Is like sometimes it was like 30 minutes, sometimes it was like 35 or 40. So.
Yeah, that's what they do with Mandalorian too. So they just
because since it's on streaming, they don't have to worry about like time for commercials.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I noticed that a bunch of Netflix shows did that, where like BoJack did that to where some of the episodes were a lot longer than 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah, that is true. That is really true. Yeah. So I thought it was good. Really fun series. I will say like that intro because we watched the first couple episodes together. Like again, that was I will say I respect how bold they were to do that of just like, okay, we're just going to play these completely straight for 2 episodes. You have no idea what's going on. 3rd episode, it'll hit you.
Yeah, because were you originally going to watch it or were you just
of course I was gonna watch it, but originally I was just like, oh, I'll check it out whenever. Like I wasn't like in a rush to watch it. But then like after we watched the first 2, I was like, oh, okay, because I remember when we watched the first 2, I was like, I mean, it's good, it's interesting, but it's not like, oh my god, I have to watch this every week. And then when it got to F3, I was like, oh fuck, yeah, I'm stuck. Yeah, that's what it got me. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. One thing I did want to say about like this WandaVision thing is like it was so smart to have like a weekly thing. Just like Mandalorian, because you got people talking about it, and people are going to still be talking about the MCU even like a year and a half after Endgame happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like Black Widow's coming out like still
in
like
May.
May. Okay. Yeah. So there you
May
go.
5th or 7th, I think. Sometime that week. But yeah, that's one thing I hope happens with the Pony Show if they do a weekly thing. But I don't think they're going to do it because it's like it's a cartoon. They're going to be like, oh, just put it on there.
Exactly, it's Netflix and it's a cartoon and it's like CGI cartoon. So they're probably going to put it all on there at once. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, but what do you think? You thought it was?
Yeah, I liked it. I'm looking forward to what these shows are going to do, especially since like I wasn't expecting them to like, I guess I had a fear that it wasn't going to be like as good looking as the MCU movies, but they have like the movie budget for a lot of these. Though I guess it did help that WandaVision, a lot of it was also, sitcom sets and stuff.
Exactly. It's just like sitcom sets, and then like one of the big.
But where we're really going to learn that is with Falcon and Winter Soldier, whereas like it's going to be like a lot of action for that.
Oh hell yeah, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be sick. But yeah.
All right. So yeah, WandaVision, it's fun, and I'm looking forward to the other MCU shows coming out. So let's
tag the Saber.
Yeah, let me tag them in here.
Saber, hero.
I'm back.
Oh,
yeah. He was here all along.
I was here all along.
I didn't learn anything. I was right all along.
Right all along.
Oh, speaking of which, my Applejack figure came.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. It came the same day as my Hibiki figure. Hold on, let me see if I can.
It looked
nice.
really nice.
Yeah, let's see.
Do they both have yellow hair?
Yeah, they do. They both have yellow hair and green eyes. So it's funny. So there's AJ. I just got to open her. Find a place, put her sugar cube. And then I got my little Hibiki right here in her little thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got to find places for both of them. So, yeah.
All right. Next thing, I guess I'll talk a little bit about City of Ghosts, because I think I might be the only person who watched that.
Right.
But it's I think there's like only like 8 episodes, 6 or 8 episodes on Netflix. And it's about these little kids that go across Los Angeles looking for ghosts. Though it's actually sort of in a podcast type format where they're interviewing people that live around Los Angeles, and they sort of like put it in this ghost like finding ghosts like framing for it. So it's like actual people who live in LA, and they're talking about the areas they live in and the history there, and what they've done there. So it's very it's weird because like it's sort of educational in that way, where it talks about the different I guess cultures and sections of the Los Angeles area.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Which is pretty neat because it talks about a lot of things I didn't even know about.
Is it like Creature Comforts?
Not exactly like that, because it's more it has like more of a story arc throughout each episode.
Oh, so it's not like they just interview random people.
It's more like the Midnight Gospel, which is also on Netflix that came out last year, where they took like a podcast and put it into an episode. But though this isn't really a podcast, and it's more like it's interviews with people that live in LA.
And did they know they're on a show about that?
Yeah, because they put in some lines about like ghosts and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Okay, then that's interesting. That sounds interesting.
And then let's see the last thing before we go into trailers and stuff. Hell of a Boss episode 4 that came out yesterday.
I haven't watched it.
You what?
Yeah.
He hasn't watched it. He's not supporting animation. Saber, do you even like animation?
You're not supporting animation.
It's you.
Hate it. Overrated.
Oh my god. I'm 30-year-old man. I don't watch cartoons now. That's some bullshit. I watch porn.
But yeah, episode was fun. I liked it.
Exactly. I thought it was just okay. Like it was one of the weaker ones in my opinion. Like
I liked it about as much as I liked episode 3. I still like episode 2 the best.
Episode 3 had me in it, so I like it by regardless.
Well, look at you.
Yeah.
In the show.
Yeah. I mean, I like the designs of the things.
The
little angel. Yeah. The angels, whatever. Like, they were cute. And then the one at the end, that was just like, that was
you know? Oh, I loved it. No. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized why I had the strangest desire to listen to Cherub Rock. Wow, I was so deep rooted I didn't even think about it. Because I was a baby.
Cherub Rock.
Like legit, I listened to Cherub Rock. Yeah, I was like, I wonder why I'm listening to the song right now. It's like, oh, that's so funny. Okay, now I know.
Right.
Brains are weird.
Yeah, they are. Recesses of your mind.
So that's all the review stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the trailers. So Elliot from Earth is a new cartoon from the same people that did Gumball. It comes out, I think, later this month. But the Cartoon Network's doing like a 2-week thing premiering for it. But they're actually acknowledging that it's from the same creators of Gumball, because like there's a cameo from Gumball in the beginning of the trailer.
Oh, good. Yeah, they're very meta.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
So if you like Gumball, you might like this this series. By the way, there is a Gumball movie coming out for HBO Max, so that'll be fun when that comes.
They actually are making a Gumball movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
Then Jax, you can talk about this. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
It's my turn. It's my turn to shine. Okay, yeah. This is fucking hype. Okay, first off, they all have different run animations, which is hype. The fucking animation for the trailer, chef's kiss. The fact that they made Raphael more aggressive, even though they're using 1987 Raphael, which is not aggressive. He's more of a cocky asshole. But they were like, okay, we got to make it more aggressive to be like the mainstream Raphael, But it's cool. That's cool. And it's fucking hype. It's fucking great. This actually, there's a part, spoilers for my video, which Viacom, Paramount Plus, fuck you. I'm like, there's this little section where I talk about how impactful the 1987 one is, and it's just like, it's so true, because they're still using the 80s turtles. Like, I know
because I follow a lot of like old like retro game collectors and stuff, and they're like, they're also into a bunch of the old 80s and early 90s stuff. So
Transformers,
you can tell who's like the Gen 1ers of like Turtles and Transformers, because they're like, the original was the best.
No, it's so true. Like, it's just like, okay, first off, I love it regardless, just because it's Ninja Turtles. That's my shit. It's my coke. But it's just like, I think that's like a fascinating choice, because it is like, it just goes to cement like how iconic the 1987 series was, that they're just like, oh yeah, well, let's use these designs, let's use OG April, let's use all this stuff, let's use this logo and stuff like that, let's bring back all this stuff, and then just have a good time. So I really love that and stuff like that. And then I'm hyped. I'm hyped as fuck for it.
Yeah.
I'm really curious what they're gonna do with it. Like, again, like that animation just made me go like, oh, that would be so cool if you bring back like it for G5 of Ninja Turtles. And since Rise ended was canceled. So I'm curious, but I'm really, really hyped for this. I'm super hyped for it. I love like all the fight scenes. I can't wait to play it on Steam. I'll probably play like Ready Player Dumb.
The only thing about it is that it was informed that like, it won't have online multiplayer, but people are saying no, like put online multiplayer on it, so like people can.
They need to.
And if not, wait, it's on Steam, right? It's gonna be on Steam. If it doesn't, just use Parsec, and it doesn't matter. You can play it online with people anyway.
Okay, then I'll keep that in mind, because
there's a lot of fans that are saying like, no, do it, do online multiplayer, or you won't buy it.
But just don't be. If it doesn't have it, don't fret, because you can play it online anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be hype. It's so hype. Ugh, those G1ers, so silly.
Yeah. I see. Like,
I got an argument with one the other day. It was like, because did you see the shit on the fucking on one of the TMNT posts? I posted something about, oh, this would be cool here, and then some like fucking G1er like, and I was like, yeah, but all the other series are trash compared to the 80s ones. I was just like, do you really want to get into this with me, who's watched every episode of every series?
Could you imagine? Because the thing is, like, there aren't a lot of them, but there are G1ers of My Little Pony.
Well, I don't understand why though.
The only reason they are is because of the toys, because they were collectors.
Yeah. So many people have nostalgia goggles where they do not realize the nostalgia. Nostalgia is the most powerful genjutsu there is. Like it shit like fucks with your brain to the point where it's just like I can't think rationally on the subject.
Yeah,
it's
because,
just like,
because we're going into the next generation of ponies. We're going to have like G4s.
Yeah,
that doesn't roll off the tongue though.
G4s. G4s.
Why don't you just call them losers? I am big loser. Don't worry.
Speak for yourself. I'm not. I'm a G4 too. You got a problem with that, boy?
I got a big problem with you, boy.
But yeah, the game looks really fun.
It's gonna be super fun. Like in fact, they got Bebop and Rocksteady doing that whole like boss fight. And that got me so hyped. That was oh man.
So something that I guess that was sort of like speculated on. Infinity Train is coming back for book 4, and it's going to be the last one.
The last, yeah. That's good that they're at least finishing it though. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So they have to rewrite everything then, because I remember Hero saying they wanted like 8
seasons. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess like you just have to adjust to be like, okay, well, we'll end it here then, because isn't that what the people who did? I'm like, no one in the chat spoil if you've seen it or something like that, like with DuckTales, like, because remember, like that's ending today, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when they got canceled or ended, like was it like, okay, we're gonna give you time to write that into your story, you think, or is that just like, oh, the way?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I don't know.
We'll see.
But yeah, it comes out April 15th. So and it's gonna have like all the episodes on HBO Max when it comes out.
Cool. Infinity Train was a bad name for the title.
And then
I actually watched the Infinity Train episode of Adventure Time today with that like
train the dungeon train.
Circle.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. Then Jurassic World season 3 Camp Cretaceous season 3 is coming out May 21st. I'm excited for that. I'm the only one here hyped for that, so.
But I'll watch season 2 eventually when I have time.
Oh, you haven't seen season 2 yet?
No, I watched like the first half of the first episode, then I had to stop because I was working. But yeah, it's a fun show. It's like one of those shows that's just like, oh yeah, the kids are smart for once. Fuck yeah, don't die.
Then there was a trailer for Spirit Untamed, which is the I guess a spiritual sequel to Spirit, the Stallion of Cimarron, but also a spin-off movie of the show that is based on the original movie, because the movie is not completely based on that show. It has like some references to the show, but not a lot.
Are you talking about that
kind of like its own thing?
Are you talking about that Yellow Horse movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Spirit. I remember as a kid, I got so mad at that movie when the horse didn't talk. I was like, what is this bullshit?
I don't think he talks in this one either. And the main character's like a little girl.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, it's like sort of based on the series, but very loosely of the series that went to Netflix. And it's not cell shaded like the Netflix series. It's like, you know, a full DreamWorks movie, and it's coming to theaters. It's DreamWorks' next major like movie.
Wait! I'm sorry. It's gonna be in theaters.
Yeah, it's theater. I thought it was only on Netflix, but Ryan told me when he showed me the trailer. Is like, no, this is coming to theaters in Netflix. It's coming to theaters in June, only in theaters.
I looked up Spirit.
Interesting.
I just looked up Spirit on like YouTube, and this is the first thing I saw, and like I had to reread the title because I was like, "Wait, what the fuck did I just read?" And I was just like, "What?" I was like,
love scene. You have a love scene in Spirit?
I was like, "Well, what? What is this movie?"
James Baxter.
James Baxter. But yeah, James Baxter, he animated Spirit in the original DreamWorks movie. That's why they had him animate a horse in Adventure Time.
Yeah, it's so funny watching it again and hearing like, I mean, it's pretty meta with the animators. It's like they were like praising the James Baxter, being like, "Man, James makes everything better. I wish I was like James." And it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
pretty meta.
But yeah, that movie comes out in June. Yeah, they swapped Boss Baby 2 out for this.
Wow. Push back Boss Baby. We need to release it with Minions.
Why?
Oh, show what?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the scene? No, it's just the first thing that shows up on YouTube is like Spirit, and it's like horses and love scene. But I think Jax read something else.
Yeah, I read something else. Yeah, I typed in Spirit 2002, and I was just like, okay. And I was like, oh, what?
The love scene.
What?
Spirit.
What? And I was just like,
Yeah. What did you read?
I read horses, brony adjective, and there you go. That's all you need to know. Horses love scene. Yeah.
Fucking horses love scenes. Nasty ass horses in their love scene.
All right. That's all for the trailers. Now let's talk about Space Jam, because there's like a bunch of stuff that came out about Space Jam.
Oh my god, do we have to talk? Okay, yeah, I guess
yes,
we
do too. Yes, we do.
According to plan.
Saber had a lot to say.
If they don't have the Monstars in the background, I'm gonna be disappointed. The shrunken Monstars being like, "We're still here." I'll be real with you guys. If there was a movie that should be like the hottest of hot messes, this should be it. And no, I'm serious. Like, I know this isn't like a Pixar film or a Disney film. This is supposed to be fucking like the dumber, the better. Like, I saw the leak synopsis, and I'm like, fuck yes,
We're going here for the garbage.
Dude, we are going full stupid on this, and I cannot wait. Like, I genuinely cannot wait. I'm pumped because it's like, no, this is like, I won't spoil it for you, but when I saw the leak synopsis, unfortunately, I'm like, oh please God, if there is a God, let this be real.
Yeah, and so far from the screenshots, it's like, oh shit, that leak was real.
Yeah, I told Laura one of the leaks, and she's like, no way. I'm like, yes. So my hope is that like they like, if you're gonna be ridiculous, like, do it, floor it, go nuts, be absolutely dumb, stupid, ridiculous, and go full on ham. I'm here for it. There's no other way. There's no clever way to do Space Jam. It's always been dumb and ridiculous. So run with that momentum.
So
always been. There's only been one of them.
So the Lola Bunny thing, Saber, you did a whole video on that.
Yes, I did.
Because he's not a fairy tale.
I give my audience what they want. So.
I know you do.
It's funny because like my channel at this point, I feel like it's just cartoon porn.
Yeah, for the video you're doing this week.
And like suggestions of cartoon porn as well.
And it's not that I'm not trying to diversify, because I did the Snarks, I did Titan AE, and then I did Free Jimmy. And then I do Judas and Jesus, and folks are like, wow, Saber, you're furry. I'm like, the fucker's watching it. Like, but all in all, though, I can't wait for Space Jam. I'm doing a drunk recap for Space Jam, and I've seen the progress made so far from my team, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lightning in the bottle. Let's go.
But Lola Bunny, what do you think of it?
Oh, I know Jack said that she looks like Slappy the squirrel, and
hey, Slappy is a baddie. All right, I'd fuck the shit out of Slappy's girl too, so I don't give a fuck.
No, she'd fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, and I'd let her.
Isn't that still getting fucked? Oh,
yeah,
I got it.
Damn right. You damn right it is. Yeah.
Jack's so adamant.
I feel like part of it depends on what the movie does, like with the script and the characters. I hope it's got some nuance to it where they have fun with Lola. and she doesn't go full on like. I gotta be careful
if they like turn too hard in the other direction.
Right. It's like they're trying to be so far away from what she was that they go on the other side of the spectrum, and it's like, oh, that's jarring. Where it's like, just make her a good, fun character. She's just like, yeah, I play basketball. What's up? But I'm gonna go hang out with Bugs, and I'm not here to be just his girlfriend. I'm Lola. I'm my own person, and that's what I'm hoping for. And also let it be fun and dumb. So that's gonna be interesting. I mean, it'd be great. I'd be happy if they go into a bar and they're like, Lola, and then she's like, haven't heard that name in years, and flick her cigarette. I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
You know that's what they were gonna originally do with Pepe before he got canceled?
Pepe.
Did you hear like that?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah,
I do want to ask
Pepe Sylvia.
Like, and on the topic of Lola, like, is there actually an argument behind is there an argument of her changing her design besides literally just I wanted to be sexy? When? Like, is there?
I honest to God, I don't know. I don't know.
A lot
because just because I don't care doesn't mean there's not like an actual argument there. But like, is the argument actually just I'm sad that she's not sexy anymore? Is that it?
A lot of.
Oh, you mean like why people are complaining about it? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh no, a lot of people are just like closet motherfuckers where they're just like, oh, I can't believe they took away her midriff and her short shorts and shit like that. And it's just like, all right, that's pretty much every basis I've seen. It's just like, oh, they made her look so ugly. Oh my God, they make her look so freaking. Why are they doing this, man? This is just a crime against nature and blah blah blah. And like that's like every fucking comment I've read because I've like read through this whole thing and I was just like, first off,
I was kind of hoping there was a little bit more to it than that. Okay,
no.
Really is.
No, I mean, like, there are some people occasionally where, like, for instance, I have a few friends who are sex workers who talked about it on their Twitters, and they were saying, like, how I don't like how it takes away from, like, the fact that you can't be sexy and, like, thing as well. Like, some of them, that's what they were saying, like, genuinely, like, because there are some characters that are saying, like, freaking, even Saber mentioned, like, with Wonder Woman and her, like, outfit, like, how they even said, like, the DC animated universe, where like the guy's like, you dress like a whore, and he's just like, I dress because it makes me feel confident, and then he's like, right. And then hell, even in the Justice League show, she's like, what's wrong with the way I look? And then Flash is like, are you gonna tell her or am I? And then like she gives this look like fucking you guys, and then she proves her worth. So yeah, that's pretty much like the debate from their point of view on it.
That's fair. Okay. I just wanted to because I haven't.
Though I see like most people. I see most of the people on Twitter that were complaining about it when it came out. It was like, you didn't talk about this when the first image came out in December.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think,
and then like it's also because they've only seen Space Jam Lola. They haven't seen the other versions of Lola.
Okay.
Yeah. Wabbit Lola's hot too.
I was going to ask, do you all think Warner doesn't give a shit? Where they're like, we win no matter what.
Yeah,
like,
they don't give a shit. Because like it's only the director who was saying like, oh yeah, I wanted to make her like a stronger woman or whatever. It's like, no, that's a load of bullshit. He doesn't really want to.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about Warner in their advertising where they're like, this is great. Like trending is just free advertising for them.
Because there's going to be a ton of people who either watch it on HBO Max or go to the theaters for it. Because like by the time it comes out, June or July, and that's when I think a lot of theaters are going to be like completely open up. So
yeah, it should come out in June so it can be June bugs. Oh baby,
that'd be good.
I hated June bugs. I hated it.
Oh no, I loved. Well, that's because I just love Looney Tunes a whole lot.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I never liked it when Cartoon Network was like, we're going to show you Iron Giant for the entire weekend. I'm like, what the fuck? I watched it once. I'm not going to watch it again. Like,
that's the real reason that movie failed.
This movie, what if we show it 20 times? It's like, brilliant.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
That's fair. You did. I mean, if you're not like that about Looney Tunes, I'm sure June Bugs was a pain in the ass. So.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, cartoon. Then you know what? Never mind.
So yeah, the other thing about Pepe Le Pew, but because he's not going to be in Space Jam 2, and apparently he's not slated for like any future Warner Brothers projects.
They couldn't just rework him. His name,
I know,
was just too tainted, I guess. Maybe. I mean,
what did they make him in the Looney Tunes show?
Jail.
I mean,
did they do
actually
make him like a Bill Cosby character?
No, what did they? Do you remember, Jax? I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember because I remember they did a fucking great thing with Sam and his guns, and he's like, "You have a problem."
Yeah. I remember that. They're like, "You have a problem, right?" Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck was he? Let me see.
Like you in?
Yeah, he was. He was in it. He was in the Looney Tunes show.
Bro, I have forgotten what they did.
Yeah. Well, let me see.
Yeah, I mean, like, can I be real?
He's a love coach.
That's
yeah.
Here's a hot take, all right?
Wedding
how can we as a society be like, yeah, Pepe Le Pew, fuck them, but then we're like, I love the Cranker sisters, and it's like
I don't want to answer that.
Okay, no, it's stupid because, like, I think what it is, because Martin brought this up on Double Toasted. He was talking about how, like, because it got into a little discussion about, like, why is Pepe getting this up? It's like, why not, like, Johnny Bravo or other people? And it's just like, well, it's because he was going to be in a big mainstream movie. Like, everyone was like, oh, talking about Space Jam and stuff like that. And then, like, we're in this world now where, like, freaking, like, oh, well, I think that's problematic because blah, blah, blah. And they bring it up. And, like, again, like, if you watch those old Pepe Le Pews, that motherfucker needs to go. Like, he needs some reworking. Okay, he really does. But, and then, like, there's a bunch of,
but, like, it shouldn't be funny. It really shouldn't. But, like, does that mean that Pepe would, if he was real, like, he's getting hit with the Me Too hashtag, and he's like, he's tweeting dumb shit where he's like, I did not know. And it's like, no,
exactly, that's what it is. I didn't know.
It's like,
I saw this hilarious image. Hold on, let me post it in the chat here.
I'm not trying to make light of the severity of that movement, but I'm just saying, like, it is how culture evolves and changes, and how as time goes on, we're like, maybe that wasn't appropriate. Lord knows that a bunch of cartoons from back in the day, speaking of Looney Tunes, are very inappropriate.
Don't be mad.
Just wait until you see.
Messed up.
Almost a Sylvester Stallone. Yosemite Sam was like, what the fuck? During that scene, he's like, what are you doing?
Well, boy, I tell you what now, boy. Now get your ass over here. Shit like that.
Yeah, why it wasn't fun?
Yeah, so I saw this image here is like where they look at Pepe Le Pew is like, wow, rape culture, and it's like going over the guy who's like, the French smell bad.
Yeah,
yeah, Looney Tunes. You go back in time and like, oof, that's rough, buddy.
Well, it's like with Speedy Gonzalez, where they're like, we're getting rid of him. The Mexicans are like, bro.
From what I've heard, Latinos and Latinas like love.
Yeah. They love him. Like, it's like that image I posted of that freaking that girl who's like, no, let me be offended for you. No, actually, we love this guy. No, you don't understand. Let us be offended for you. All right, it's just like we're literally telling you.
Offensive, like, my God, like. Shut up, minority. I'm going to be offended for you. And it's like, what the fuck?
Just like, running across the room to be offended for me on the subject.
All right, let's go on to the other things here. So Oscar nominations happened. They were announced today.
Did Oscar win?
The Spider-Verse one? Again?
Did Oscar from the Proud Family get nominated finally?
No, Oscar from Hey Arnold did.
Could you imagine that Oscar hanging out with Oscar from Proud Family?
True day! What's going on in my house? True day!
So I saw Jim's live stream earlier today where he was talking about the Oscar nominations. And he knows a lot more about it than I do. But I have actually seen any of the Best Picture nominees because I haven't really just seen that many movies from 2020. But a lot of them are from streaming services. Like Judas and the Black Messiah was on HBO Max. Mank and The Trial of Chicago 7 were on Netflix. Sound of Metal and I think The Father was on Amazon Prime. Nomadland was on Hulu. And then there's Minari and Promising Young Woman. And those are all the Best Picture nominees. But for our audience, I think they care about a certain category, and that is Best Animated Feature. So the nominees for that are Onward, Over the Moon, a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers.
I swear to God. Oh my God. Okay.
I swear to God, Shaun the Sheep has been nominated like 5 times. Like the same film. I don't know why it seems like that to me. Right.
There's only 2 movies.
I know.
Can I be mean and just thrust my opinion in here?
Thrust away, dude.
Go ahead.
Wolfwalkers cleanly should win that IMO. Just like cleanly.
Yeah. It should, but it's going to be Soul because it's Pixar.
Yeah.
But Soul's a really good movie. But
I know.
Hiroshi, brother.
Take the hat off.
What are you doing?
I'm going home.
We're supposed to elevate each other, brother.
Going home.
We're supposed to elevate each other. You should be supporting Soul, not in this fucking furry bullshit.
Yeah, and it's from a black director who co-directed with Pete Docter.
That's cool. All that's cool. Wolfwalkers was more enjoyable.
In your opinion.
Well. You're voting for the White Irish.
The white man. How about
it? To the white.
That may be offended for you. No. I mean, yeah, Wolfwalkers visually was outstanding.
Or Ken Powers was a writer, not a director on it.
Wait, so Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep, Soul, Onward, and Wolfwalkers, correct?
Right.
Anything? Am I forgetting anything else?
You know what?
Those are all done nominees.
I can't say cleanly because
it's the funny thing is like what Jim said on his stream was like it seems like they looked at what Pixar did and just nominated those, and there's like, what did Pixar do? Just put those in, and like it's just like whatever else and 3 others because like Onward really does not deserve to be there.
Homeward,
yeah. Because I'm trying to think of like some other animated
Animal Crackers
in my soup.
I'm trying. What the hell else? Because like Lupin the Third, I'm not sure if it qualifies.
It came out in December. Though it felt like this year was weird, where like SpongeBob's like comes out next year.
Yeah, but animated short, Burrow got a short nomination. There's a couple of things that came out on
Willoughby's.
Netflix. Willoughby's
Trolls World Tour.
I would rather have that than Onward. I would rather have that than Onward, just to have like a DreamWorks movie there.
I know a lot of people like Onward more than I do, though. Like I feel like it's a liked movie.
But another thing, because not only the Oscars nominations were revealed, but also the Annie Awards nominations, which I think we might care a little bit more about, because there's a lot more we can talk about there. And with the Annie Awards, they have 2 categories for Best Picture, because they have best animated feature and then best animated feature independent. And that allows for a lot more different things to get nominated. So for best animated feature,
Is it for 2020 or for 2020?
2020.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure.
Yeah, because it's just that things were delayed because of COVID and everything.
COVID. What? Did I miss something?
COVID.
I'm joking. I'm
So yeah, for best animated feature for the 48th Annie Awards, we have Onward, Soul. So both of those again. The Croods: A New Age, Trolls World Tour. So both DreamWorks and both Pixar movies, and the Willoughbys. For I guess best animated feature for like mainstream animated features. Then for best animated feature for independent, we have Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon, Calamity Jane, which I've heard things about, but I need to watch it. Angaku, Our Sound, which I've seen things of, and it looks really unique. Ride Your Wave, which I was actually about to watch the other night on HBO Max, but it had hard-coded in subtitles, even though it was dubbed. It was weird. And then Wolfwalkers, of course, which that should get it. I still need to watch the Calamity Jane, Angaku, and Ride Your Wave, though, because those do look interesting. Let's see some of the other nominations here. Because one thing, yeah, I still don't like how I say it every year, but I don't like how they say like, oh, best animated production for children and best animated production.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
for general audience. Like, you know, you mean like adult audiences, right?
It's one of the best movies made by children. It's like what?
Yeah.
And the children's slave minds.
Because those are the other two that are like the big ones. Other than like, you know, preschool children, but it's more for like celebrating the people who worked on them. For best animated production for children, we have Hilda, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, She-Ra and the Princess of Power, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and Victor and Valentino.
What were the first two, sorry?
Hilda and Rise of the TMNT.
Ah, okay.
And then for best general audience, there's Close Enough, Primal, Harley Quinn, Rick and Morty, and The Midnight Gospel.
What is The Midnight Gospel?
That's from Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time. That's that show I talked about earlier. That was similar to City of Ghosts.
Okay. Gotcha.
Where it's sort of based on a podcast and they animate it over there.
Oh, this thing. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of nominations here, but I think we'll go over them more when the awards happen. But let's see, because I remember I was looking at for animation and video games and also live action. So for live action production, we have the Christmas Chronicles 2, The Mandalorian, The Umbrella Academy 2, and Timmy Failure: Mistakes Were Made. And I'm thinking, like, were there any other live action productions that had good animation? And one thing I was thinking was oh, wait a minute, what about Sonic? Because that came out in 2020.
What about Sonic?
Ooh, that it did, huh? That it did.
That's a live action production. And then for for character animation and a video game, there's League of Legends, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
As much as I hate it, it is so hard to compete with League of Legends animation. They are really good at it.
Yeah, Ori was really good though. But I would say, like, as far as like character animation goes, like Miles Morales had some really good character animation.
It did. It did. Yeah. Really great.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't.
Like they like really upped their game with like making Miles like very expressive in that.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk more about all of this when the awards happen, which they happen next month, I believe.
Man, cinemas just got smacked upside the head by COVID. It was like, bam, knockout, knockout. I can't believe that AMC is on its feet still. They're like, thank God for stupid stonks. Like,
yeah.
Like, the folks are like, it's going to $20. I'm like, buddy, it was like 14 during Endgame. Like, what makes you think it's worth money? It's not. We got new comfy chairs. I'm so, I don't want theaters to go extinct, but at the same time, I'm like, it goes to show you how like AMC, like, it's like a bunch of stupid people are like, that company.
Yeah.
Hey, I made 2x on AMC, so I'll take it.
You made 2x?
I did, yeah.
What's 2x?
2 times the amount the investment that I made.
You made $4?
I put in 500, got 1,000 out.
To be fair, that's more than I made.
Like, I expected it to go up to like $9. Like, you know what? Let's not talk about stocks, but next.
One quick note. I got AMC before all this shit went crazy, and I'm like, Dad, I believe in it. It'll bounce back. It's theaters, and my dad's like, I wouldn't do that, Steven. Literally the next week, it shot up to like $15. I was like, I'm never listening to your stupid CNBC boomer ass again.
It'd be like that.
All right, let's go on to some other stuff here. So, I'll skip some of these for the moment so we can have more time. Gore Verbinski, who you might know as the director of the Pirates trilogy, the original trilogy, and also The Ring, and also he directed Rango.
That's right. Yeah.
Apparently, he's going to be directing 2 new animated features. And he said they're not westerns, so don't expect like a Rango sequel or anything. And one of them is a musical.
Okay. Rango is great. I loved Rango.
Yeah,
Rango's so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Then apparently New Line Cinema is going to be developing a live action hybrid of Hello Kitty.
Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, why not? What else are we doing? How big is Hello Kitty again? Like,
it's one of the highest grossing franchises of all time.
Yeah, I know
it's like in the top 10. I think the top 5 actually.
Exactly.
It's like, I know it's big, and then I look at how big it is, and every time I'm like floored.
Yeah, I'm always surprised at like how big Winnie the Pooh is. Is like that. It's because of like people are always having babies and kids, and like Winnie the Pooh is like so like comforting. So,
dude, Winnie the Pooh's kicking himself. He's like, damn it, like you could have put a and they're like, no.
All right, let's see. We have the. So speaking of Kamp Koral earlier, the Patrick Star Show is greenlit at Nickelodeon. That's the Patrick spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I've been working my What's Ruining SpongeBob video, and it's weird. If I would have made this years ago, I would have been just charging into it, saying what I think everybody is feeling, and that is stop ruining my childhood and end the show. And I think it's more of an experiment of realizing that there are things in this world that you might have grown up with and you might love, but you have no control over it like these companies do, and you have to relinquish it, going like, SpongeBob, I love you, but like I know that you're too popular to die now, so good luck. Like it's dead to me. But
in the same way, like the Simpsons is too popular to die, Family Guy is too popular to die.
Yeah, it's like you have to rip that Band-Aid off, going like you have to realize that there are some franchises that are too popular to end, which makes me wonder.
It's weird because like they don't end and like create a new one; they just keep going.
Well, that's the thing about the Simpsons. I don't know if SpongeBob, if this will allow it to finally come to an end, because like I mean, heaven forbid we lose Tom Kenny or or Dan Castellaneta. If you lose one of them, it's like, what the fuck do you do? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, like Viacom or Disney would be like, do we get a replacement? What do we do? If it's a side character, sure, but like,
because that's where other franchises have their strength, is where they have multiple iterations, like Transformers, TMNT, My Little Pony. They all have multiple iterations. The Simpsons and SpongeBob don't have that.
No, right. and I honestly, the longer it goes, I feel like it tightens the news where it's like, how are you gonna reinvent yourself? Like, what do you do? I'm sure they'll figure something out because they're just big. I don't know. It makes me wonder. I'm like, who loves this shit that much where they keep watching it? My God, like
kids. Yeah, kids
or bored. Same thing with South Park. I feel bad.
Has South Park gone downhill? I haven't watched the last 3 seasons.
I think South Park has been aged by just merely existing. Where it came out in an era where it was truly like unique. Yes. Where it's like, wow, you got these little cartoons really talking shit and being crazy. But now with like, there's so much competition, there's so many other options that are fresh and from small studios, big studios, independent creators. And it's like, you guys are not anything new anymore. Like, go away. We're done here. You just occasionally come in to weigh in on a topical subject, and then you bounce. And it's like, oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, because that's the thing about it. Like, there's a lot of shows that influence a ton of stuff. Like, there are tons of shows that have been influenced by South Park, and you see it clearly, but like the way they present themselves is just like, okay, we've absorbed what's useful, we've disregarded what's not, and then now we're adding like stuff that's our own to make it like our own like aesthetic thing. And so like everyone's like, oh, I've been watching South Park for years, so there, and then you go and you watch this new show, and it's like, okay, well, what's South Park gonna do? And South Park's just already at the top, so it's just like, I don't have to change because I'm pretty much me. And then it's just like, well, this is just getting old now to us. Like, you haven't evolved with the times, so it's just like, all right, just retire. You'll always have your supporters and fans, and you'll always be respected. But it's just like, there comes a moment where you got to go. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up.
Well, especially for these creators who don't have the luxury of like, I mean, it makes me wonder about Trey and Matt or like these. I guess it's different for voice actors because a job's a job. But like, I mean, like, okay, Craig McCracken was talking about Powerpuff Girls on his Twitter this past week.
Oh yeah, that's another topic. You want to go into that? Are
you cool with that?
Yeah. Let's go into that. And then I'll say like the cast here, because it's been greenlit, but we also have a cast now.
So for those who don't know, when a show creator is fortunate enough to get their show picked up by a network or a company or whatever, it is so incredibly rare for a company to let the creator own the rights to the show, because the company wants the rights so they can push merch and do whatever the fuck they want. They don't want to give it up to chance by having a creator potentially like be a problem or a stickler. It's like, no. You create your stuff. Here's your lump sum, or here's your contractual, like maybe some syndication stuff or whatever. But we own it. You don't. We're going to do whatever we want. And if we want to reboot it, guess what? We will. So poor Craig, it sucks because I can only imagine that there's these bastardizations of his creation. And it's like, man, Craig went through this. And then poor Lauren with G4, which wasn't hers. My Little Pony wasn't hers, but she definitely reinvented it in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
My Little Pony was like, already wasn't hers. So.
Yeah, but I guess the idea of Hasbro initially being like, yeah, go nuts, whatever, it's ponies, who cares? Yeah. And then it blew up, and they're like, give it back. give it back. Right. So it's like poor Lauren and Craig. I'm like, dude, let me buy this next round of drinks, all right? Please. Like, you guys, can I get you an appetizer? But
he had some interesting thoughts about that when he was interviewed by Corey recently. Like, I was just like, because I listened to that like a couple nights ago. I was like, oh, what did he say? He was talking about like how, he loved the show and stuff like that. And he's like, it was his baby, but again, he couldn't really control like the whole thing of like what you pretty much what you were saying, and just like in his Craig voice, he was like very chill about it though. Like most of the interview, he's just like talking chill about the stuff that's going on, and then like and how he feels, and it was good. It was good. I highly recommend it. People check it out.
It's amazing to me that you actually run the risk as an artist of having your creation become too popular.
Yeah.
And it's like, a company.
It was like, oh shit, I created a franchise.
Right. Because like for Dexter or Samurai Jack or even Ed, Edd n Eddy or these other shows, like, okay, you're just the right amount of successful to make an impact, get some money, and get out. And it's like, oh no. Like Rugrats kind of was a franchise until it died off pretty hard. And I think
SpongeBob killed it.
Right, SpongeBob killed it.
And now Rugrats is
Viacom's like bringing them both back from the
because Nickelodeon's like, what else do we have besides SpongeBob? Rugrats.
They killed like.
That's hilarious to me. Where they're like, just do SpongeBob on Nickelodeon. Who cares? TV. And then streaming came up, and then they're like, oh fuck, what do we have?
It's like, we have Rugrats. We got SpongeBob. Let's bring the Avatar guys back.
Let's bring the Avatar guys back. We had Loud House. People like Loud House, right? Yeah.
And we bought TMNT, so
yeah, we bought TMNT and we fucked it up. Yeah, didn't you? Okay, yeah. The show is great. Rise is great, but the schedule they did. Fuck.
I just want to imagine there's some guy in the back of that room just being like, we can bring back Pelswick, and they're just like, who?
You don't sit your bubbling ass now. Simple Simon motherfucker.
Anyway,
talking about
but yeah, so the cast for Powerpuff Girls. We have Chloe Bennett as Blossom, Dove Cameron as Bubbles, and Yana Perrault as Buttercup.
Yeah.
Do you all think it'll be good?
Okay, so first off, my opinion is just like, again, I'm gonna watch it because again, like I'll give it that episode or 5 episodes just to see, because I think that's just a fair assessment for me. It's just like that many episodes, I can see if I'm with it, will it get me? If you can't get me after 5, fuck you, I'm sorry. Like I know it's just my thing. But I'm watching it, and the thing to me is like, and me and Hero had this discussion because, you know, as men of color, there's just it was just interesting catching Jordans, because the thing is this: all of these women are incredibly talented women. They are all they've proved their chops. They're amazing.
Yeah, Chloe Bennett was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Duff Cameron was in that Descendants show on Disney.
Right.
And then Yana, I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Yanni, the Yanni.
But she doesn't really have a lot of credits. This is going to be her first TV series. She was actually in a musical, which I told Hero about. A musical based on Jagged Little Pill, which was the Alanis Morissette album from the 90s. I had no idea there was a musical based on that album, but it sounds really cool. I want to listen to it.
That musical, it came out in late 2018. I'm like, oh yeah, that got eaten up by COVID entirely.
Because it didn't go to other places until 2019.
Right. Yeah. That's why I probably haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, I think the actor's good. Again, it is one of those things where, well, you said which one? I'm sorry, I don't know their names. So, which one of the girls is Asian?
The Blossom one.
Blossom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Chloe Bennett, she's half Asian.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because again, I know, because before initially when I first saw it, I thought it was just 2, white girls, and then they made the one, the black one, Buttercup, which is cool in a sense. But then, you hear shit from Hollywood and all these other people who've written, there was this whole thing I was watching about behind the scenes stuff there. It's just oh yeah, they sneak this in and do this. And I was like, oh, well, fuck, that kind of makes me look at this sideways, even though I hate feeling this way and I hate looking at it this way. Me and Hero had to talk about this where it's just we hate talking and seeing stuff that way. But it's just okay, so you made the only black one, Buttercup, the aggressive, mean one who always has to be calmed down by Blossom and Bubbles in the show and stuff like that. And so that was a thing in my head at first. It was just okay, I just from the knowledge I've learned from other stuff of how things go down there, that just made me feel a bit at first. But I think she's a great actor. Go ahead.
You hope it's not true, but you can't.
Yeah.
You can't help but wonder, right? It's
exactly.
Well, and after the piece of hot garbage that was Powerpuff Girls 2016, I'm like, you know what? The bar was set so low.
Exactly. Again, it's just I'm gonna check it out, see it. Again, all of the girls in the show are fucking phenomenal actresses, phenomenally talented. So it's not that regard. It's just I hoping for the best. That's what I was. I'm just hoping for
it is CW though, so I'm kind of we'll see.
Well, they're doing a pretty good Superman show right now. I'll give them that. Their Superman show they're doing with the Superman and Lois, that is actually pretty decent. But most of their shows start decent, and then later on they add some bullshit that fucks it up. So hopefully,
we'll see what happens.
This is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal.
I hope it is, because that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if it's great. It's phenomenal.
All right, I'll have time for a few more topics before we go into Q&A. So a couple of things for animated movies. So Blue Sky, rest in peace. They are actually trying to shop Nimona around, which was their next movie, to other studios to finish it. So that's great.
Has that happened before?
I don't know.
History?
I don't know. I think it might have, but I'm just not aware of it.
I don't know if anyone in chat knows if that has happened before. I just want to know for the history. But okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that they're like trying to get other studios to finish it because it did sound like an interesting movie. And speaking of interesting movies, Sony Pictures Animation, which is doing a lot of really neat stuff lately. Like after the Emoji Movie, they're like, no more of this shit.
no more of that.
Except for The Star, which came out like the same year and that later. But yeah,
right.
But yeah, like as soon as they had Spider-Verse, they were like, okay, now we're good.
Right.
So yeah, they're going to be making a new film called K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's about a K-pop band who are demon hunters, which sounds really awesome.
Did they just throw two things together? They're like. I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Like the poster looks really cool.
Okay.
Like the concept art of it. So yeah, because it has like this giant sphere with eyes. It looks like Evangelion. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, this looks really cool. I can't wait to see what the trailer for that looks like.
We'll see, I guess. Yeah.
Because like I'm surprised that an animated studio hasn't like jumped on the K-pop train yet. Because like K-pop is so popular.
Right.
I guess they're not a studio, but yeah, League of Legends totally did that. They're like, people like K-pop. And they were right. People sure like K-pop. Absolutely correct.
Damn straight.
Oh, Nicholas in the chat said Vivo was made by DreamWorks before they canceled it, but moved it to Sony Animation Studios. Okay.
There you go. Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
So let's see. Oh, this is interesting. So after the DuckTales finale, which actually aired earlier tonight, though we'll watch it later. They're going to be doing a 7-part podcast featuring the original cast. Coming out March 29th. It's called This Duckburg Life.
Oh, nice.
So it sounds interesting. Where it's just like the characters having a podcast.
When you actually mention the voice actors, I just can't help but think of Larry. I'm on DuckTales.
Yeah.
Larry, I'm on DuckTales. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
So in some streaming news, and then we'll go into questions. Disney Plus is over 100 million subscribers now.
Of course, WandaVision, then Falcon and all that shit.
Yeah. With they've been like hyping up their shows the correct way of having them, an episode every week.
Yeah, because like they fucked up the first time. Well, not necessarily the first time, but it was like what they did was a lot of people got Disney Plus for like nostalgia and Mandalorian, and then like they were like, "Oh, Mandalorian, that was it. My nostalgia's worn off. All right, I'm just gonna unsubscribe." So everyone unsubscribed.
Yeah, because they didn't have a lot of shows like ready like that.
Yeah,
but then COVID happened and they couldn't finish a lot of the stuff. So then with Mandalorian season 2, people were like, "Oh, I gotta resubscribe."
Yeah,
and then WandaVision happened. It's like, oh wait, I should watch this show. And now Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to come out. It's like, oh wait, I got to watch that show too. So
exactly.
Yeah,
they got your ass, and they're genius because they're shows that go on for weeks, not just marathons. So they got your ass.
They got you.
And then the other thing is that Peacock, which is a Comcast streaming service, it lost $914 million in 2020. Even though it launched also last year.
Ooh. It's almost like I still don't know about that streaming service, and most people don't.
It's a free one. It's a free one, so that's probably why they lost a lot of money.
Yeah, probably.
And then the other thing is that Netflix. This is the unfortunate thing about streaming services, and why people are looking to other streaming services other than Netflix. Is because Netflix is also like raising their price and everything, but also Netflix is starting to crack down on password sharing.
Oh, really? Wow, damn! Like,
and
how many people?
People are pissed about that because they're like, wait, what if I'm somewhere else? Like, what if I'm on a different computer?
So what is like password? I mean, are they doing a thing where like they can tell if multiple people are watching?
Yeah, because they have it to where like in the basic service, or I guess like the HD service, which is like the standard one, they have it to where like 2 people can watch at a time. But if the premium one, like 4 people can watch at a time. So it's it's dumb though, because like it seems like the other streaming services are looking at Netflix and seeing what Netflix is doing to fuck up, and they're trying to not do that. Because that's what Disney Plus is doing with the whole weekly episode thing. They're like, we're keeping up the hype.
Exactly.
Like Netflix, aren't you making enough money? Are you good? Do you need more money?
Who isn't bankrupt these days? Fucking Disney, Netflix, etc. It's just like, all that money and you can't keep your finances.
I'm just saying, if they create this problem, people are going to solve that problem one way or another.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Damn straight.
All right. It's 10:45 now, so let's go to questions. We couldn't get to every topic, but we got through most of them. So yeah, there's already a lot of questions on super chats here. Thank you, by the way, for all the super chats from people. So we'll start up here. The first one was from Daily18 saying, what is the favorite kind of pie you like to eat?
Jax can't have a lot of pie.
I can have savory pies.
Yes.
But like not dessert pie. I'm trying to think. You know what? Mint chocolate chip ice cream pie. I had one of those. It was really good. Really good. It was just ice. It was basically just pie made of ice cream with and you cut it out, slice. But I guess if I'm talking with the actual crust, what can I eat? I mean, I like chicken pot pie. I mean, when it's done right. So
I like chocolate pie. I feel like we've answered this before, but on a different podcast.
Yeah, I think it was on Semi Perfect.
Yeah.
Apple. I'm so basic in all facets of my life. Apple, man, it's so hard to beat apple pie. God, apple pie is so perfect.
Didn't we also have the same conversation about like, is cheesecake a pie or a cake?
Yeah, we did.
Technically a pie. It's not a cake.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is stupid.
That's stupid. I'm back. Yeah, that's silly.
Saber, what's your favorite kind of pie?
Oh, that's toughy, but pecans.
Pinkie pie.
Pinkie pie flavor, of course.
Pecan pie, yeah, that's some tasty shit.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
Pinkie pie flavor.
We got a lot of questions from Editman here, saying, what is the best years of a film for you? Meaning, a lot of good films came out in that year, made it a great year for you.
2016 was stupid.
2016 had a lot of great movies, but I'm also gonna say 2015. 2015 had like Inside Out, Jurassic World for me, Mad Max Fury Road. A lot of great stuff came out that year, and that's when I was like really getting into the groove of like making movie reviews.
I mean, 2004. Oh God, or was it 3? Return of the King.
Yeah, it's 2003.
Yeah, that was like my equivalent of Star Wars, where it's like I'm here for it.
One movie makes the entire year down. That's a good movie.
It was a goddamn good movie.
Which we will maybe get to watch sooner than later now. Yay.
Fingers crossed.
And then says, what is the worst/mediocre years of films for you? Meaning you saw a lot of bad/mediocre films that soured your year.
Ooh, I don't pay attention to those years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't go to the theater those years.
I mean, in 2017, I had to watch the Emoji Movie. And that's actually a year where at the end of the year I made a worst animated movies list because there were so many.
Oh, what year did Rock Dog come out?
2016.
It's 2016. Dang, that's the.
Oh no, 2017. 2017. It came out in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. God, has it really been that long?
I think it came out elsewhere in 2016, but it came out here in 2017.
I swear you went to watch that movie like 3 years ago. I guess it's in 4 now, or 4.
Yeah, 4. So it's close. And then
It's
Edman.
not. 1 year is a long time.
Yeah. And Edman also asking top 5 favorite Pokemon games / top 3 least favorite Pokemon games. You can add more if you like. I don't know if I had that many favorites. Because my favorite generation is Generation 5, so I probably put Pokemon Black and White in that. I like Pokemon Snap a lot. That's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of like some other like Pokemon spin-offs because like I haven't played that many.
Pokemon Go because you go exercise.
Yeah. So I really liked Pokemon Stadium 2 on the N64. Because that had a lot of variety in the
Pokemon Stadium 2 or Pokemon Stadium also. Which one did you mean? Which one did you mean? Did you mean
Pokemon Stadium 2?
The second one, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it had a lot of stuff you could do.
What the fuck is Pokemon Stadium also? I making a joke. Okay. I thought you were making a joke. I was like,
no, I literally didn't know if you had Pokemon Stadium 2 or Pokemon Stadium 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I still like Gen 1 the best.
Yeah, you got good taste.
I don't know. Like I like my two. My first 3 favorite Pokemon don't come from Gen 1, but like on the whole, I like the designs from Gen 1 the best. Like because like some of the generations that my favorite ones come from have like stupid ass, like just the dumbest ass looking Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. It's really hard to get into their designs. Like, but yeah, I like Gen 1 Blue. I never played Red because my brother played Red. I like Pokken Tournament because I like fighting games. I don't. What other ones are there?
I haven't played that many other than the ones I played as a kid, and then like the mainline games.
You know what? I like Gold. Gold was fun. I was still into the Pokemon formula around then. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop being annoying.
Let's see. From Eddieman says, "Who's your least favorite villain in the Disney MCU movies and/or shows so far? Least favorite villain in the MCU?
Oh, fucking easy. Iron Man 3's villain. Bitch
ass. Yeah.
I don't even remember who.
Yeah. That was bad. Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is, I fucking hate that movie. Like, when that whole thing was like, I'm the fucking Mandarin, fucking shit. I almost said Mandalorian. Fucking Mandarin shit. Fuck you. Fuck that bullshit. And it was just like.
Orange?
Yeah, seriously. That's what he looked like. Fucking stupid ass movie. I hate that movie so much. Fuck that movie. Yeah.
From yes, Tim Whitfield, do any of you guys remember Kablam?
Yeah, yes. Of course. I still got my figures. I got my figures of like freaking Melt Man because I had a figure because I made one when that show was on. I was like, just got a G.I. Joe and melted it. Like, yes.
Wow. From Brandon King says, now with Kid Cosmic, what is your favorite Craig McCracken work? It's still Powerpuff Girls for me. Like it's literally my favorite cartoon. So
yeah, it's in my top 10 favorite cartoons. Yeah, it's great.
I don't think it's gonna change.
Like I like Kid Cosmic and I like Wonder Over Yonder and I like Foster's, but Powerpuff Girls I just like
Powerpuff Girls was busted.
Yeah.
Like even in its like quote unquote shittier seasons, it was still like watchable. Like that you can't say that with like Dexter. Like Dexter was it was fucking stupid. Powerpuff Girls you can still watch.
Then another one from Ediman saying, lastly, what movie in the Disney MCU that got you into the Disney MCU? For me, it might sound crazy, but WandaVision. Wait, what?
Wow.
It's like I got more invested in what was going on than everyone who saw the Avengers films. Oh,
see, this is crazy to me because, like, to me, like, again, like, I've been reading the comics for years, watching the cartoons for years. So, like, when Iron Man was coming out, I was like, oh, they're making an Iron Man movie? Shit, bro. And people were like, who the fuck is Iron Man? I was like, you don't know who okay, fine, whatever. And so, like, you know, it's funny, 10 years later, everyone knows who Iron Man is. But yeah. Like, I just, again, watched it again because, like, massive
because, like, because I remember, this was also when I was getting into the Brony stuff too and going to like the Brony meetups, and I went with Hero and what are their names? I forgot their names now.
Karen and Dennis.
Oh, you mean
Karen
the guys who were in the
Karen
room
and
with you?
Dennis. So we went to see Avengers, like the midnight screening.
Oh, nice.
Did we go with them? Really? Wow.
That was back in 2012 when the movie came out. Because I remember like they were both watching the first of Captain America and Thor before we went. And then that's when I got my dad, because my dad and I had seen Iron Man 1 and 2 and the Incredible Hulk, but then I showed my dad Captain America and Thor, and then we went to go see Avengers, and that's sort of how I got into it. But then afterwards, it's like they did a really bad follow up with the Avengers having Iron Man 3 after that, and then Thor: The Dark World, because I didn't see either of those.
Fuck those movies.
But then I like on a whim I went to go see Winter Soldier, and I was like, holy shit, this is good. And that's when I really got into it, was with the Winter Soldier.
Saber.
I haven't seen Dark World. Haven't seen Iron Man 3.
You really don't need to.
Well, you know what's funny about that is like Marvel is good at like realizing their mistakes. So later on, they'll make you go, "Oh yeah, you remember this shit from Dark World that was stupid? Yeah, we're gonna make you care about it." Like I was just like, remember in fucking Endgame? I was like, "Fuck, man, you're making me care."
You're making me go back to this movie.
Yeah, god damn it! It's just like you're making, because Marvel is so good at like stumbling like at the end line, but then catching the footing, and be like, "Oh nope, let's save ourselves. All right, we good." All right, we're good. Like they fucking make you go back and watch, like, even though I didn't think this movie was like terrible by any means, like Avengers: Age of Ultron. Like there's so much stuff when you go back and watch it after WandaVision, it's just like, oh, I appreciate you more because of that. So
I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I just don't like the villains who are just like, I'm evil and that's it. And it's like, oh, boring. I get tired of that. Can I say Steppenwolf for my answer?
No.
We're on a different question now.
Yeah.
What's the question?
The question is like, what movie in the MCU like got you into the MCU?
Into it. I apologize. Avengers.
Yeah.
Like I saw Iron Man, but when I saw Avengers, the first Avengers with my dad, I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like this is neat. I like this.
People forget, especially like the Zoomers that are in the chat. People forget like how big of a thing that was. Where it's like, holy shit, this has never been done before.
Yeah, no, exactly. I remember like on old sites, like there was, oh god, fucking Martin from Double Toast. He made this whole thing back on Spill. He made this like 5-page essay of why they would never make an Avengers movie. Like he was like, let me tell you why it's not gonna happen, and this is why. And he went piece by piece explaining it. And so like whenever they bring up that, it's like, yeah, this movie that Martin said would not exist, right? It's like,
leave the man alone. He had to make entertainment for people.
All right, and another one from Editman here saying, favorite guest character in Smash Brothers so far from like Brawl to Ultimate. So I guess like third party characters is what
that's all you. Yeah, Doom Guy.
I mean, Joker is in the game. I don't know if you would joke.
Yeah,
but...
I guess the most surprising one, or one that I was hoping that would get in just because of like how much people wanted him, was Banjo-Kazooie. It's like he was like, he's owned by Microsoft now. How is that going to happen? And then it happened. So
yeah, go play, dude.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Banjo-Kazooie for that.
Would y'all say that Sora, if he shows up, would be like the biggest like holy fucking moment?
The biggest holy fuck it would be if Goku was in the game.
Yeah, exactly. No, if Goku, I would call Paleo. I would actively call Paleo up and be like, I would call him at like 3 a.m.
It's not gonna happen though.
Like I don't want. I gotta be honest. I don't want. Well, I don't really care. I stopped playing because the online is absolutely horrific.
Just
know that play it anyway. But
I will wake you up.
Goku, I don't really care about the guest characters anymore. That's just the reality of it. Like I don't know. It lost its novelty for me. But like. And Goku shouldn't be in the game. But if Goku was in the game, what a fun day of the internet that would be.
The internet would die.
I would just be like on Paleo's ass for like so many times. When you said that would
He's like, hey, I wonder what 4chan's up to. I haven't been here in years. Wonder what they're up to.
The site's just like you can't even get into the site.
It's locked down.
From Enigma Friends saying, so with NFTs, non-fungible tokens buzzing around and being the latest marketable thing, what do you all think of that, and how is it going to be applied to artwork and affecting artists? Too bad Tom isn't here.
Tom knew the question.
Yeah, because that is a Tom question, and he's very upset.
You should ask that again next week.
Yeah. Because from what it sounds like because Tom was telling me talking to me about this before we did our stream yesterday with Saber, and how he thinks it's like the first the first death nail into the internet. Like
only the first,
or like the start, the beginning of the end for the internet. He thinks is like as far as like freedom goes, for artists, that is.
There we go. There's a qualifier.
Yeah. Editman again asking, you want to know what the director director Malcolm D. Lee says, this is the director of Space Jam 2, saying this is 2021. It's important to reflect the authenticity of strong, capable female characters, is what he said about Lola.
Yeah, and it's just like, again, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong, and I'm not saying this from like the horror dog perspective, but like the whole thing of just like, you know, you can be sexy and do it. Like Wonder Woman does that a lot, or like there's just various characters that do that a lot, just as long as you know, it's like, again, I just enjoy the character, so I don't care either way. So it's just like, but I can see where like when my sex worker friends were like posting about it, like talking about like, you have this, and then they were talking about, because they did the same thing with Mortal Kombat too, like because Mortal Kombat characters, like some of the girls were dressed like strippers, but some of them were dressed like, a bit more revealing, but it was like practical. But then it really depends. Like I'm not going to get to that topic. That's just the whole thing.
Yeah. that is the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Then Enigma Prince again, saying, what is a dish or food that absolutely speaks to you as a person or a connoisseur? Also, what makes what's the most important meal of the day to you?
A dish. I mean, I'm always happy with a good old-fashioned steak, but I like lunch. I think lunch is fun because it's like I'm in the middle of the workday, and I want to time to get a break, recharge, get some lunch, watch a quick little cartoon, and then get back to work.
I because everybody says like, oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but I think like dinner is, because if you go to bed hungry, you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that many times.
Yes. I felt that. Ouch.
Yeah, like, I guess I'm gonna have sleep for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's stuck. Oh God, just have my ice cube steak. Yeah. I think breakfast has my favorite foods of the day, but let's see. What do I mean, honestly, because I sort of have a late breakfast too, because I do like intermittent fasting. So like my first meal isn't like until like 4 p.m. So like that's like lunch for most people. So I guess the average. Okay, so average time lunch, but like for me it's breaking my fast, so breakfast. So yeah, there you go. And what foods do I like? Honestly, I really fuck with a good plate of mac and cheese, like especially since I've learned how to like make a healthy version for myself that I can like eat like daily to make me stay consistent with my diet. So yeah, that. Also, I've fucking made a badass burger recipe. Fucking badass burger recipe. It's so good. Like I put like, oh my God, I had the seasonings and the sauce and chef's kiss. I love it. So yeah.
Creme brulee, baby.
I'm trying to think of like what food. I mean, I like shrimp.
Coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp. That's you.
Yeah.
Coconut shrimp.
Yeah,
is
I
you.
love coconut shrimp. Carl Bloke asking, from what I recall, Danny Antonucci, the creator of Ed, Edd n Eddy, still owns the rights to the show. If that's true, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Well, wasn't Ed, Edd n Eddy imported from like Canada?
It was made in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, or some shit like because I forget like because you know like how all the Canadians we know are like on Ed, Edd n Eddy pretty much like there's a lot of them, and so it's just I've always thought it was interesting.
I don't know. I guess imported is not wrong. It just sounds funny.
I don't know. I just that's how I look at it. Like My Little Pony imported from Canada. My Little Pony imported from Canada.
Let's see. Ryan saying Gore Verbinski's first movie was Mouse Hunt, so let's agree he did a better live action Tom and Jerry than Tim Story. Yeah, I haven't seen Mouse Hunt. I should watch it.
I haven't seen it since literally decades. I can say that now, decades, because I'm 30. I can say it, decades.
Let's see. Malik Webster saying, "What are your thoughts on redo of Healer? If you don't know what that is, look it up and get back to me."
Yeah, it's some.
It's an anime.
It's some isekai that's got some.
Oh, was that the one with the cat girl?
I don't know.
The buff ass cat girl.
All I know is that it has.
No, that's a different one.
It has some people are like, that's kind of fucked up. That's all I know about it.
Yeah, that's all I know about it too. I haven't watched any of it. I just know from what I hear, it's a combination of like interspecies reviewers, which you know that.
Oh, okay, that you got my attention.
No.
No, and not in a good way.
Not in a good like just for the like nudity and like sexual content aspects.
You said nudity like Hank Hill.
Nudity.
Wait. Oh, is it like? So are you saying like
it's like a combination of interspecies reviewers
and Goblin
Slayer? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's great, man. Darn it,
man.
So I don't know what it's like. I haven't watched it yet. So
yeah, I haven't watched that either.
Yeah, so I heard it's got the what the fuck angle. That's what I heard.
Now I'll look up a clip real quick. And we'll stop that. All right, never mind. Yeah. That was good.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
All right. Ryan, with the last super chat here, saying, what's your own preference for what goes on a sub?
For me, I just... okay, all I really need on a sub, in addition to like I can go with like most of the meats, like I don't care, like salami or roast beef or turkey or any of that stuff, like, or mix them all together, make a ginormous one. But then like lettuce or spinach, because I like to get my veggies. I like the crunch aspect. Cheese, preferably pepper jack, that's what I like. And then just some vinegar and oil, and then maybe some seasoning every now and then, like oregano or some salt, pepper, stuff like that. And
I like that.
Yeah,
good combo. Yeah, you have some, like, in my opinion, a little bit of crunch, not too much crunch.
Yeah,
a little bit of crunch is welcome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I like dill pickles. I'm like, give me some dill pickles and some lettuce and onions, and there's this little snap and crunch and tardiness to it. I like that.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about that kind of crunch. Okay, I like more of like a crisp. Which is why I like Quiznos, and why I'm like a little bit bummed out that they're like not as common anymore.
Right.
Yeah, the subs are good, but they get crumbs everywhere. I like
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Put some chips in my sandwich too. Just like, it's like I love that shit.
Oh my god, jalapeno chips alongside a sub is like
just
yum.
They're really good.
Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, they get crumbs everywhere, but it's like almost a sacrifice that I make. I'm like, yeah, but it tastes good. You know, like Nature Valley bars. It's like, yeah, I know what I'm about to get into, but this shit's is good. Like,
yeah, don't eat that shit in bed.
Yeah, no, you want ants in your bed?
Yeah, exactly.
You can go outside, go to like the pool or something, eat that Nature Valley bar, come back home.
And what?
I like chicken and cheese on my sub.
This show. Why?
You have your face on.
Yeah, why?
You have the face.
Are you looking up the redo?
Yeah, no, I'm watching a scene. I'm just like, okay, yeah, it'd be like hot and some others, but no. Why? Why couldn't they just make interspecies? This is some bullshit, man. Why? Vanilla is hot, people. Vanilla is just so pure and so hot. Vanilla's best. Never forget that. All right.
Never forget that. I told you that.
Yeah, it's true. Valid. You and Machio told me that.
So we got a super chat from Brandon King. What did you think of the bad Naruto box art?
Oh, that was stupid. That was so dumb. That was
Mm-hmm.
so terrible. It looked like some fucking Kyle kid cosplaying on the cover. Like, yeah, dude, I believe it, dude. And it's just like, oh my, that was awful. That was awful. I don't where they got the idea for that. Why they thought that was a good idea. Like, it was just stupid. So dumb.
You sent a Streamlabs donation? Okay, hold on. Was it? Because it should show up on my my mini feed here on Streamlabs. I'll look at that and then we'll probably end it. Doing a little past 11 here. Cause yeah, the Streamlabs thing hasn't it hasn't shown up the mini feed yet. Let me look here. I unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to get to Twitter questions tonight.
Oh,
that's
all good. Next time.
Dragon Ball.
Let's see. Says Daily 18 on Streamlabs says you've lost your eyesight. A revolutionary pair of glasses give you your vision back, but they're defective. They continuously show Raid Shadow Legends in everything you're viewing. Do you use them?
Wait, if your vision is completely gone?
Yeah, like you're blind.
But
you can use these glasses to get your vision back, but they show you Raid Shadow Legends and everything that you look at.
What the fuck?
Well,
yes.
I already see Raid Shadow Legends with everything I look at.
Right.
Of course.
I do it.
Oh, we got another super chat from Malik Webster here. It says, Jax, your reaction was all I needed.
Okay, really? Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for this show. Next time we'll talk about the DuckTales finale because it happened today, but we'll talk about it next time.
It's trending.
So be there next time. It'll be at the end of the month. On let's see, the 29th? Yeah, the 29th. So we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye, folks.
Bye, Nee.